Have you ever thought about using trading bots? I used Bitsgap in the last bull market and turned $1,000 into $50,000 within a 5-month period. I documented the whole process and put it in a playlist if you want to see that, along with other training videos and tutorials how to set bots up and make the most of the volatility of the crypto market. If you sign up with a link in the description, you'll get a 7 days free trial with no obligation to continue, and you can also use a demo account within Bitsgap so you don't have to risk your own capital. Bitsgap. Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to talk about EOS. That's right, EOS. I can't believe it myself. But there is a nice setup brewing here, and I'm not saying EOS is going to return to its massive all-time highs and beyond, although you can always hope and dream. But from my perspective of looking to make a trade, a spot position trade on a risk to reward basis, which is always the key here, we are looking at something that might end up doing a very decent breakout. So let's just zoom out for a brief moment in time. Let's have a look at this consolidation, or the later stages of that consolidation. So all of this is the big peak. I remember this setup. I remember this. Well, a lot of people on my channel remember this. We were talking about this and the setup that was here. People were in disbelief and how this breakout is likely to be significant. People disputed it, saying, "Hang on a minute, do you not see this is just going down and down and down?" I said, "Yeah, I do see that. You think it's probably not going to do that forever. We're looking at a breakout here. Got the breakout, got the retest, got the big pump. And although I still hold some EOS, we managed to get out roughly around the $12 zone for the most part. Yes, of course, I always keep some on, which is now in the depths of hell. But generally, it was quite a profitable trade. This would have gone on higher. I can tell you now, it would have gone on higher. This didn't peak on its own. This peaked with absolutely everything in the market. And unfortunately, in true EOS fashion, it came crashing down, probably worse than most others. So it wasn't EOS's fault, should I say. It was just late to the party, which also is probably what's going on for it at the moment. So EOS, again, late to the party. It doesn't mean that it can't join the party. It just means that for the most part, it's going to miss out on the punch bowl and all the good drinks. It's going to be mind sweeping, I suppose. But there's nothing wrong with that. Mind sweeping is a British term, I think. I don't think anyone else uses it. Mind sweeping. It's where you go around pinching other people's drinks, basically. Right. Let's have a look at what's actually going on then. The later stages of this consolidation has formed a falling wedge pattern, which is more likely to break out than break down. The question is, which time when it hits the support is the lowest zone. So hit it here, hit it again here, and now it's trending up towards the 200 exponential, which again is still within the formation itself. A breakout will only really occur once a closure, for me, on a daily takes place above here. So we're talking around like 77 cents. We want to see closures above 77 cents. At that point, I would actually be pretty bullish on this one, not just for this first area of resistance, although that 93 I suppose is a target. I'd be looking for more along the lines of like 125, and a top target would be all the way up to 177, we'll call it. But that doesn't mean that it can't break out further from here. But again, trying to chart that out at this stage now, while still basically in a consolidation formation, it is nothing more than hopium. But we're fighting that 200 exponential right now, so it's a good look for it, I would say. And again, I just made a video this morning about potential alt season 2.0, because we've already we've been spoiled so far over the last 5 or 6 weeks now for altcoins. So if there's going to be a continuation, it'll be a further breakout. We'll call it part 2 or 2.0 on the alt season, because we are pushing a resistance over here at the moment across the board for altcoins. But if it breaks, then we go on for another epic run. Might even take us for another 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks or so, but we'll see. Judge each, we'll look at it day at a time. So I've already thought about the size of that move on the tether pair based on the daily. The weekly are floating above most moving averages, and again that 90 cent zone being the next major moving average. The 200 exponential and the simple are sitting all the way up here at $2.30 and $2.50. These are absolutely on the cards as well, but I wouldn't hold out for it. Basically, I wouldn't harvest a kidney and buy all EOS now and sell all EOS there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're looking for a breakout. It could be significant, probably looking to double in its value from where we are right now. To the top target, we're looking at 160. To the medium target, it's basically about 100. So that's quite good. And we're not overheated here, and we've not even broken out yet. I know there's going to be a lot of people like really hating what I say here, but it's got to be said. When you see something, you do have to say it. Right. So on the daily for its Bitcoin pair, looks pretty useless. Absolutely, there's really nothing to say on that. On the 4 hourly, we've just incurred golden cross, and we're more or less meandering about around that with the simple moving average retested here, support, exponentials over here, and trying to find support. That all looks relatively good. Now, the only other thing that I was going to show was on the weekly over here, which shows an RSI breakout on a weekly. Now, take this for what it's worth, and this is why I think EOS, again, is going to be late to the party once again. You know, we've been consolidating not just from price action, but with momentum, with pretty neat rejections here, especially on this RSI. Now, accumulation does look like it began around here. So we got the positive MACD cross snaking up, slow as steady divergences, and absolutely far away from the 0 point. So a breakout on a weekly on a Bitcoin pair could be pretty significant on this one as well. And again, I know what it sounds like when you talk about EOS. It sounds like, you know, someone's just, you know, wanting to say something about a coin for no reason, but that's absolutely not the case here. It really isn't. It's definitely not the case, and I know what it sounds like because I'm talking about EOS and the trading volume's low, but this Bitcoin weekly is showing something here, that there is a breakout of momentum from a very low area with plenty of room to run. We've already measured the tether pair breakouts. We could measure the Bitcoin pair breakouts to be really significant. That's close to a 10x for EOS. I know what it sounds like. It sounds ridiculous. But conservative traders would like to trade it up to the next major support, which is still a pretty significant breakout from the top target. You think, hang on a minute, these don't match with the Bitcoin pair. This is a 268% move, and the tether pair was 150. That's true. We're assuming Bitcoin's going to be at this current value, aren't we? But if you watch my previous video and a video I made specifically on this kind of thing last week, there is a chance that actually Bitcoin consolidates, you know, from this resistance, and altcoins buy the dip, which means that Bitcoin goes down in value while altcoins go up in value. It's happened before. It could happen again. It might happen again. And so that's how you might end up seeing a 268% move on its Bitcoin pair, but only like a 150% move on its tether pair. It sounds ridiculous, but it's true. That's how it works. Yeah, it can happen. It happened before, and it can happen again. In fact, I'll tell you when it happened last. It happened last in 2021, didn't it? Really, that's what happened over here. So yeah, it can happen again, and it might happen again. Operative word being might. So just putting it to you there, though. Yeah, the Bitcoin pair is looking for a major RSI breakout. The tether pair is looking for an actual price action breakout, and the targets are those specified. You know, on this video, it may happen, it may not happen. It's just a setup. That's all it is, and no setup is absolutely written in stone. It's gonna have to play out. This is not a crystal ball. It's just a setup for you to think about. I certainly am thinking about it, and I would like to participate in this breakout, but it's completely up to you what you want to do. I'm just telling you now, this is a setup, and it's on EOS. Which probably makes you shiver in fear, but it's true. There is a setup. It is on EOS. Looks good to me. The breakout on a risk to reward basis is actually pretty good here. So we'll leave it to see if we can break this formation and continue up. And if it does, it could be pretty significant. You know, doubling, maybe even tripling in its value. Maybe. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.